Hi, I'm Gail Hogue, and I'm here with Gregory. And one of the conversations that we've started out with you um, was about artificial intelligence and its impact on us individually, on the world, on everyone, because it's just such a strong force that's happening with the technological evolution. So we look at, well, how does it make us feel? What are our concerns about it? What is this? Is this something that actually has positive ramifications? I mean, everything has positive and negative. And so we know that it contributes certain things to us in terms of our economy, in terms of the skills that are being brought forth, the information that's being brought forth to us to use. And yet, some of the concerns are who's in charge? What's going to happen? Are we going to be able to really manifest our higher purpose as human beings? Or is this one more thing that could subjugate us into being controlled by technology? And that is of great concern. So when we think about artificial intelligence, to me, the flip side of that, the balance of it, is actually soul centered intelligence. So I ask this question: are you being charged? Are you being called to come to a higher level of living your life and bringing forth that soul centered wisdom, the soul centered intelligence, and living with that on a day to day basis? If we look at it that way, then we're being challenged and given a very high level opportunity to look at what are we capable of? What are we here for? And how can we bring a higher and higher level of that heart, that love, that greater wisdom, that soul-centered expression of who we are as a being? How can we bring that forth? And what does that do to the evolution of consciousness and this planet? So I think we're being charged with something quite extraordinary. And it's up to us to work together, to work individually, and rise to the occasion to bring forth that which is our higher self and express that on a day to day basis.
You know, there are a number of people and thought leaders in the country that are talking about artificial intelligence as one of the biggest threats to human existence. And there are a number of those big threats out there in the world. But again, as Gail was just talking about, the one thing that artificial intelligence does not have access to is the higher dimensional realms, is consciousness on that level of being. There can be a pretending toward consciousness, a pretending toward empathy, but each one of these elements, as it comes up in our awareness, what we need to do is look at how we are reacting in our life, in our daily life, in terms of working with our consciousness, because that is our refuge. That is the place we can go where we can find true love and true well-being. This body is here for only a short time, and its soul is something that is ongoing forever. It's that aspect of our being that resides with divine love, that resides with that higher level of consciousness. And so artificial intelligence is really blocked from entering that realm. And that's the realm that we are really meant to evolve to more and more. And that's our opportunity right now. So artificial intelligence is almost a reflection of aspects of ourselves that we need to understand and then move to the higher, fuller aspect of our being, the aspect that incorporates our soul, that incorporates our divine opportunity to be more loving, to be more grateful for everything that's being given in our lives. And so this is a wonderful time to be alive and realize that all the things that are coming into our awareness are there just for us to be educated on a level where we understand that we have a choice. We always have a choice. Do we wish to go more into the fear, more into the doubt, more into the separation? Because when we're in that space, our heart is closed down and we're unable to reach those realms of divine love, reach those realms of peace and those realms of consciousness that exist within us. But when we let go of that, we can definitely move into our higher way of being. And that's where it feels so good and where we want to be all of the time. And so that's our opportunity at this time in creation.
I think what's happening is that we are moving out of the mechanistic qualities of life. It's very easy to be focused on routine, what do you need to do, our jobs, what it takes to cook meals, get our food, get our families to the right places. All of those kinds of things can be equated with all the things that artificial intelligence is really based on. The qualities that are really the external, not the intrinsic, not the higher aspects of who we are. And so it's a message. It's saying those kinds of things, the physical embellishments of life, are really handled. Believe in that. Believe that that is really not your focus. Those things will fall into place when higher consciousness is really brought in to that divine level. When we're coming from that place of consciousness, then we're in touch with greater prosperity, better health, loving relationships, creativity, all of the aspects of consciousness, of human consciousness, that we are truly capable of. So let's make the commitment every single day and remind ourselves what we're here for, to bring forth those higher levels of who we are. Let the other things be taken care of by our higher self. Now, that's not to say that we forget about paying the rent or going to the store to get food and doing the basics, but realize that that is a subset of our higher self, our higher capability that can truly manifest through our lives and can bring through a prosperous and joyful life. Let's focus on that soul-centered intelligence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And blessings.